right, you guys, podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
It's Chew Quieter. We are your hosts. I am Gabe Mercado. We have Chris Meehan and Armando Verdugo. How's everyone doing?
Guys, good.
We're good.
A little tired, a little beat. It's Wednesday, and I'm already done with this week.
Already?
I'm just done with this week.
Oh, you're just done with the week.
I'm done with this week.
Me too.
I'm not done with this week, but I'm so done with this week. Tomorrow's move-in day, so I have been getting her stuff taken care of. We had dinner with the family last night with everyone to come say goodbye to her, and then we could do this whole thing the first so she can leave to college, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'll be back Memorial Day weekend." I'm like, "You're leaving for a week and coming back for 3 days?" I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought we got rid of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what
come
the
on,
fuck?
man.
All right. So, yeah. So tomorrow's the big move in for us. So we'll go up to Flagstaff for a couple days and drive up there in the morning, set up the trailer and at the KOA. And then get her moved in, and then just kind of figure out all the crap that we forgot to buy or didn't realize we needed to buy.
Oh, so she's gone to college in Flagstaff.
Yep, and NEU.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Really quick, shout out to our sponsor, Austin Dixon, just had a baby girl. So congratulations to Austin.
Congratulations, buddy.
And since we're on the subject, liftitforless.com. For all of you DIYers, this is a great place for you guys. Everyone that goes and says, I don't need a shop, I can turn wrenches. This is where you go to buy your parts. Liftitforless.com. Your one-stop shop, your one-stop click and shop for all your truck, Bronco, and Jeep needs. If you want a new Savvy bumper, this is where you go. If you want those new BFG tires, this is where you go. If you want those Raceline wheels, this is where you go. Liftitforless.com. Tell Austin congratulations on the baby while you're ordering stuff. And maybe he'll throw in maybe some candy in your package or something for you.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Or a dirty diaper.
Yeah. Whoops, how did that get in there?
Yeah, and I don't believe that Austin actually had the baby. He might have impregnated Chelsea.
Hey, whoa,
Yeah,
hang on a second.
he did the fun part.
He only did the fun part of it.
Yeah, he had the fun part. He had that O face on point.
Is that the one where you drop it in and you go, if this doesn't get you pregnant, nothing will?
Yeah.
We hung you upside down for a reason.
I drank that whole bottle of whiskey just for this.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't wince. You know you've done it.
Ooh. Yeah, I know. I'll think about the hangover, not the drinking.
Yeah.
I'll think of the next day, like, oh.
We've all heard the stories about my drinking and going outside and having some range time right outside my garage door before. So
yes, your neighbors like when you drink. They all go away on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time to go out for dinner. Dinner. Gabe's drinking again. We don't know what's going to happen.
I thought we moved out of the hood. Damn it.
Those damn beaners moved in.
Yeah. Speaking of...
hang on. I've got to say this. So, I drove up to see Gabe a couple of months ago, and I drove through town, and I'm like, no shit. This motherfucker has a supermarket named after him. There's a Mercado supermarket right in town.
Is it a supermercado?
Yes,
He's even a
Yes,
superhero.
it
He's a superhero. He's a super mercado.
So
What
Mercado in English translates to market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's why
Gabe's
it's a supermarket. Yeah,
So Gabe's a market.
I'm a market.
You sell a lot of shit.
Yeah, beans, rice, tortillas.
Bouillon.
Some Spanish already.
Yeah.
Some chicken bouillon.
So we were on the subject of guns. Something I wanted to bring up last week, and we ran out of time. Since I've been home and I haven't been able to work since the surgery. I've really gotten into YouTube, like just went down rabbit holes like a motherfucker with different topics and subjects and everything else. And as everyone knows, I'm a big fan of firearms. So I'm
Wise.
checking out all the gun tubers, and it seems like every fucking channel has at least one video of gun store etiquette. And it's this cheesy, horrible acted, horrible scripted, guy comes into the store and he's like, I want your best gun. The guy shows him a CZ that's like $1,200. Oh, I don't have that in the budget. There's always that guy. And then there's a guy that comes in and just picks up a gun and starts dry firing. No, there's that guy. All these horrible played out scenarios. It's almost like it translates into the Jeep world of how to air up a tire. How to air down a tire. How to put on a toe strap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how you get those people. It's in everything.
Stupid has no zip code limitations.
No.
Or interests.
No. But I guess they have to do it for the algorithm, because the algorithm says they have to do it that way to get clicks, and to get clicks, that's how you get an audience. And if you want to grow your audience, that's how you do it, because the algorithm told you.
But it's all the same. It goes to the we've talked about it a number of times, is how you see all these reels that it's the same content, just someone else just saying the same words.
Right.
The exact same 12 words, just someone else says it. And it's all it is. There's no originality. There's nothing to it.
Is that
just
like the
crap?
That sounds like the Democrats you just described.
Well, yeah, same thing.
We're not going to tip on taxes, or tax on tips.
Tax on tips.
Pretty sure you stole that one.
Yeah. I wonder from who.
Well, yeah. Well, you got to have clickbait to get views these days.
Well, the biggest clickbait that I've seen is like there's a couple working on a house, and the thumbnail is of the woman, the wife or girlfriend, wearing these small shorts with their butt cheeks sticking out,
and then not even.
And then just the male in me is like, okay, I'm curious, and you go through watch the whole video, wait for that one thumbnail to pop up, and it doesn't pop up.
Never there.
Like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, so
me.
It's the same with all the Trump stuff going on right now, and the DNC and all this other stuff. I have unfollowed 4 YouTube channels that I've followed because they put a clickbait up, and it has nothing to do with what they talk about. And you'll fast forward and listen to get to it. Not there.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Unsubscribe, because you're full of shit. Like,
yeah.
All you're doing is trying to get views. I'm not interested in getting views. I want to hear facts and the story. You're gone. See you later.
Yeah. I never did the clickbait thing.
No.
Of all the videos that I made, I never had anything that was clickbait.
No, well, you can't have clickbait.
Maybe that's our problem.
Wow.
Chris is going to show his nipples now.
That's why we don't have an OnlyFans page, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, apparently.
So
today I got told I should have an OnlyFans page today.
By who?
She runs the parts department at Ford, near like where I live. And it's every time I call up to get a part, she's like, "Oh, I know who you are. I could listen to you talk all day." And I'm like, one of these days, that OnlyFans page is going to pop up. And I'll just
Did he tell you have one?
No. I told her. She goes, "So I could listen to you talk all day." I said, "Well, guess what? You can. If you go on YouTube and look up Chew Quieter, you can watch me talk for about an hour." And she's like, "Oh, I'll go check that out." So we gained another follower just because of my accent. It might not be the content, but it's my accent.
Yeah, whatever.
So,
Crocodile.
Did anyone else notice when Chris said no, he said no?
Oh my God. I knew I shouldn't have sent that to you today.
I bring this up because I found this hilarious video. Check this out.
No. That is
I don't
not
sound
correct.
like that.
No, spelled N-O.
Nor.
No.
Nor.
That is actually spelled N-A-U-W-R-E-I-G-H. Say no.
Nor.
No. No.
Nor.
Wow.
I say no.
So the title of that video was getting an Australian to say no.
Justine and the kids do it to me all the time. It's
You
like-
say no, or
I say no.
no? Now you say no.
I've always said no.
If everyone listened back to this podcast about a minute ago, when
I
Chris
said
said
no.
no,
I said
when
no.
he said no, and then tell us if he
I
said
said
no
no.
or no.
I didn't go no. See, when I go no, it means no. When you go no, it's like I'm angry. I'm going to beat your ass. That's me losing my shit when I say no.
It's like when teenagers talk and they say no.
Yeah,
Why?
no.
Stop.
Oh yeah, I just want to. The hell, man! Talk English.
Yeah, really.
But look, you know what? But it's so I'm going to Smokey Mountain this weekend, and I can guarantee you, I'm going to get shit hung on me for my accent probably 20 times just with friends.
Of course.
Always. Doesn't matter. They've heard me talk before. But I'll still get shit hung on me.
That's the way it
Always.
happens, though.
I know. How do you say this word? Barbecue. Same way you say it.
It's Bobby.
Ask Doug about my pronunciation of egg and his pronunciation of egg.
What does he say? Egg?
Egg.
Egg?
He says
Oh,
egg. So he heard me say egg, and he's like, "That's not how you pronounce egg." I'm like, "I'm saying egg." He's like, "No, you're saying egg." We had a good laugh about it for a while.
Oh, God. Was this when you were coming down the trail in the mud, all wet?
No, this was in
I don't think there's a lot of talking that day.
this was in Moab years ago.
Oh, okay.
This is when he had a Reaper.
Oh.
Well,
Well, he
back.
had Reaper then, too.
Oh yeah, he did. True.
Yeah.
The first Reaper,
Yeah, he's just had crap
1.0.
since then.
Reaper 1.0.
He just had crap since then.
Well, he has.
He buys more vehicles than JP does.
Well, now he's got a motorbike. No one buys vehicles more than Doug. Every 3 to 4 months, Doug's got a new vehicle.
This is his midlife crisis.
I don't know what it is. But it's just like, I want to test that vehicle out. No, I've had my fun with that. Let me test that one out. No, let me drive that truck. I want that truck. He's got
Doug,
that truck. I want
Turo.
that truck.
Turo, Doug.
Yes, Doug.
Yeah.
Rent it for a day.
Yes. Turo that shit.
Yeah, R&D on someone else's vehicle for a while.
Yeah. That's what I would do. I would hire that Turo, put a lift kit on it, and give it back to them and see if they notice.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I parked it at Walmart and I picked it up like that. I don't know what happened.
Have you heard these stories about people renting U-Hauls with 5.7
The 6 liters. With the
six
6
the
liter.
6 liters and
And
engine
pulling
swapping
motors.
them over the weekend?
Oh, yes. Have
That's
heard about
fucking
that.
ballsy.
My Jeep runs really good, just so you know. Don't give away my secrets.
I mean, that's like you have to have a team of people to do that because
I have a welder and an angle grinder. That's all I need.
Are you still in catalytic converters now?
yeah, really.
That's how you pay for
Golden
gas.
in our heels.
That's how you pay for gas these days.
God, gas
You
is
gotta
going
sell
up
it.
again.
Plutonium or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Of course it's going up because Kamala Harris is going to be president.
Because monkeypox.
Oh no, COVID's coming back too apparently. So we're going to have all two. the flu, COVID, and monkeypox.
Yeah. Well, I think you can only get monkeypox from gay sex or something like that.
Oh, well, I'm good.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, so we're good.
Oh, well, Amando's in trouble. Did you hear him?
Damn
just
it.
say, God damn it.
Damn.
He's going to have to go celebrate for a little bit.
He's going to have to go to that outward stroke.
Oh, God.
He's going to buy a bidet like I did.
What is with that, dude?
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
No.
Okay, so
I could
update
never,
on my
no, could never.
update on my surgery. It's 2 weeks now exactly that I've had the surgery.
This is why he has a bidet. 'Cause he can't use his right
and
hand.
I got tired. I got
still
tired
can't
of
wipe.
messy wipes. I got tired of messy wiping, so Jake talked me into buying a bidet. And
Jake
let me
tried
tell you
wiping
what,
you?
the bidet is a game changer. I don't care who you are, what you say, until you've had one, until you've used one, it is fucking awesome.
Yeah, no. My bidet's called Jeff. He's a little Asian guy. I called him Jeff. He just sits back in the corner. Oh, I squat you. Oh, wipey.
He's got a squeegee.
Oh, why are you so hairy?
But so I installed the thing, right? And I didn't have to take a shit or anything yet. So like I'm so anxious I want to try this really bad. So I just had a dry run. I went, sat on it, turned it on, and it was bullseye the first time. That thing squirted me right in the asshole. I was like, "Oh wow, this is amazing!" Like
That was not your face. Your face would have been, oh.
it was. My face was.
Guarantee
Ooh.
it. Yeah,
It
like,
was.
oh shit.
So thanks to Jake, he told me not to put it on full blast on the first try, just so I can get used to it and see what it feels like.
You never go straight into anal. You kind of ease it in.
Yeah.
So now I understand why Jake has a surprised look on his face every time you see him. Because he's so used to it. Oh,
He just got off of the bidet.
Yeah.
nope.
So
Does it
so
blow?
when I finally actually did take a shit, I started on the low level. I was like, nice. Later on in the day, I had to take another shit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna crank this puppy up a little bit more, and just see how wild this jet stream is. And it was pretty powerful. So
Did
the
splash-
third
did it-
time,
Did the splash come up and hit the back of your balls too?
no, it aims right at your asshole. It's amazing the
Damn.
precision of this thing.
How does it know?
I don't know.
You could be like too far forward or too far back.
So that's the thing I discovered. If you kind of lean a little bit back or lean a little bit forward or something like that, if it's one of those really messy shits and you're not sure if it was solid enough where it's just that one stream is good enough, then it's like it covers the whole gambit.
So you slide back, make sure it gets the full taint.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it blow dry too?
No.
Oh, you got.
So
the
you
poor-
just need a
got the
couple
poor man's
squares of
one.
toilet paper to
Do you-
dab
do
yourself.
you have-
And
See? That's why you need Jeff. Jeff blows.
Do you have to hold your balls up, or does it like shoot at your balls?
it doesn't even doesn't even touch the taint. It's all straight on the asshole.
So no,
It's amazing.
no splash, no nothing.
No.
Damn. All right, so we're gonna put the Amazon link down below.
Yeah.
Gabe's
So,
review. He's at the link down below.
Yeah, so thank you, Jake, for the recommendation. He's the one that sent me the link. It was an easy 10-minute process to install it with one hand, because I still can't use my right hand for a lot of stuff. So it was very easy to install, and I'm pleasantly pleased.
So has Jennifer used it yet?
I think so. She won't admit it. She won't admit if she likes it or not, but I'm pretty sure she's used it. She was reluctant. When I told her I bought one, she looked at me like, I don't know.
I tried to use one and I chickened out.
Do they just use traditional toilet paper in Australia?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we use the bark off the tree. Because we're
There we go with that
outside.
It's a different squeegee.
It's so we're outside, because the toilets are outside in Australia in that
it's-
little box.
It's not
We had the
eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Eucalyptus bark You just peel
Yeah.
it off the tree with it. Wherever the koalas don't eat it, you
So
can.
we have trees
just
at
peel
home.
it off.
Yeah, we have trees at home. They're called paper bark trees. You can actually peel the bark off like paper,
We used to have those in California.
and that's what you use. You just get we scrunch. Now I fold because we have toilet paper here in America. At home, you'd scrunch it and just.
So I think it was my cousin that told me about his first time to Manila, the Philippines, or was it
Plenty of
my
Jeffs
boss?
there.
I think it was my boss the first time he went to India. And the toilets there aren't toilets; they're just like a hole in the ground, and there's marks where you put your feet, and you squat and you drop.
Yes. Same in
Toilets
China.
all China too.
China too. Yep. China has a little hole up, like a hole in the ground, and it shows you where to line it up, and you plop and do your business.
So I'm guessing no bidets in China.
No, and this is why they say so. With our toilets, it's harder to poop.
Yeah, I've heard
That's
that.
why you need a little stool.
The potty squatty.
Yeah, so to put your stool in front of your toilet, so your feet go up on there, so you're in the right shape to poop.
Yeah, you never seen that stool that Sean Palestrani has one. I used it before, and I was like, it was awesome. I was like, I need to get one of these. And they're too cumbersome though.
I don't have a problem pooping, so I did.
Well, neither do I. But
Neither
it's
do
just
I.
things
It helps.
flow a lot
Yeah.
easier when your body's in a natural state,
Yeah.
the way it's intended to.
My body's a natural state. It wants to shit. I go and sit down and let it fly. I don't need any flash bangs and booms and accessories in there. Just
Accessories.
make sure there's toilet paper in there. That's it.
How the fuck did we get talk about shit anyway? God
Jake's
damn it,
fault.
Gabe.
This is gonna be a shitty episode.
Damn it.
Speaking of shitty episode, Chris mentioned you're going to Jeep Invasion this week, right?
I did.
Are you expecting to for it to be the same old thing over and over again, or do you think it's going to be a little different this time?
It's exactly the same.
It's going to
Just-
be the same as it was last year.
The year
The
before.
difference
Year before that.
is it's going to be cooler, and there's no rain forecast. That's the only difference it's going to be. The same amount of fucking people, probably maybe more people this year. I think there's a couple of new vendors there, but the layout's a little bit different. That's about it. It's still
But
going to be
the-
a shit show.
But yeah, they showed the vendors, the food vendors, the same food vendors,
Yep.
same outside kind of setup area. Most of the same inside was relatively the same. The pictures that I'm seeing, the line outside for people to get in there is kind of the same. And a lot of the same vehicles I see all the time that there are showing up in pictures from their social media. So it's just more of the same.
It's like going to SEMA. Same
Yeah.
shit. Plenty of Bluetooth, front drive shafts
shafts.
driving around.
Yep. The thing that I didn't like about it is it's literally a pavement princess party.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, that one is. That one is. I think it's tailored to that
Yeah, it is.
specific.
And that's why I haven't went back. All this past week and the week before, people were sending me messages. Hey, I'm going to Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. Are you going? Like, nope. Been once. I've seen all I needed. I'm not going back.
Well, you don't
Unless
own
I
Jeep
have
no
to.
more, so
Well, I mean, like unless there's a company that hires me to do their social media for that weekend or video or something like that, then I'll go. But I have no reason to go. I mean, all the vendors are a lot of them are my friends, so that would be an upside. But the people that go, I have no interest in making friends with, to be honest with you, because they're likely not wheelers. They're just, pavement queens.
yeah. Well, I'm just going to go hang out. I'm not going to look at anything. Just catch up with people I need to catch up with and see if they've got any new products and all that kind of stuff. And but that's about it.
Yeah.
Everyone's reached out to me to see if I'm going, to see if they're going to catch up with me, and which is still good because I'm not a vendor no more, so it's still nice for past customers to reach out and say, "Hey, you coming up to Jeep Invasion to say hello?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll be up there."
You take any old stock just to try to get rid of?
Probably. Probably. Why not?
Just carry a backpack with the sign 75% off.
Yeah. Beat me over the back of the head. Take them all. No, don't do that. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Just take them all. You don't have to beat me.
Yeah. Just
Yeah. So you want some good news or do you want some great news?
Yeah.
Let's start with the great news first.
The great news first. Okay. It looks like there was a GOP report. The House GOP came out with a report that said that Joe Biden committed impeachable offenses while in office, and the Biden family has received $27 million from foreign individuals and entities.
So,
We've
how's
known
that
about
great news? They ain't gonna do
How's
shit
that-
about it.
well,
They're not gonna do
because-
shit about it.
Well, I think this time there's going to be something done about it, just because of how much there's been lawfare against Trump. It's now the GOP's turn to return in
see.
kind.
We'll see.
They're gonna
The
figure
GOP
out how to.
aren't like Democrats. They don't come after people. They're just like,
There
"Yeah,
are a handful that are out for blood,
well,
while the others are just following whatever some people do or say.
I hope they do.
But there's one congresswoman, I think she's a congresswoman, Luna something
well-
rather. She's always wearing a tie.
Oh, you haven't seen her in her swimsuit?
No.
Oh, dude, there was a whole thing about it. She was in a swimsuit. The Democrats are like up in arms about it because it's like, oh my god, she's so good looking, and yeah, you're all fucking ugly. So yeah, we don't want to see you in a bit.
Yeah, she's a real woman.
Yeah, and then Laura Boucher, I think her name is, from Colorado.
Oh, Lauren Bobbin or something.
Yeah, something like that. She's the same. They went back and found her in a bikini and whatever else with a big native tattoo down the side of her. So they're all having a go at that too. It's like, oh, how dare you? Like, they're women.
Hold on a second. They have the audacity to be outraged at that, but they weren't mad when a staffer had butt sex in the fucking in that one conference room, that one congressional hall.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Oh, it's just all, it's like the DNC. They got up there and said, oh, don't vote for Trump because he's going to turn, he's going to get to turn the law on all the Democrats and, to do exactly what they've done to Trump. That they're saying that that's what he's going to do. And I'm like, you've already done that. Like, don't say it's a bad thing. You've already done it.
Yeah,
They just
it's just that
everything that's normal.
it's the typical playbook. They're blaming us for everything that they're doing.
Yep.
Just like this past weekend this week they're having the DNC, and to get in you have to show ID, and they have fences around the whole complex.
Yeah, but fences don't work. It's racist.
Yeah, so are IDs.
Yes, it's racist.
Yeah, and just come on.
To protect them, it's okay.
It's the most hypocritical shit that anyone can sling.
I think it's hilarious.
Oh, it's more than hilarious. It's just baffling that
And they had the
they think they can
Palestinians-
just do it and get away with it.
the Free Palestine protesters were there, and they actually broke through the fence,
Yeah.
and then didn't have the balls to go through the fence. And I'm like, why break the fence down if you're not wanting to charge through the fence? Because one police officer came up and said, oh, you can't do that. And so they all stood back. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are weak.
Yeah.
Weak. You'll defame, you'll spray paint, friggin' what are they, national monuments.
monuments.
And all this kind of stuff. But then as soon as a real life person comes up, you run for the hills.
Yeah.
You got no balls.
So the other good news that I was talking about is I think California is ready to flip purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
We shall
What's
see.
And here is an indicator. Check this out. This was this past week on the 101 freeway, just outside of Los Angeles, downtown LA. One of the biggest Trump trains Southern California has ever seen. I mean, that's a lot of people right there. And it's not just Southern California. Northern California is also starting to turn.
But I saw this in 2020 with all the traveling around I did. This is what I saw. I saw all these massive Trump trains, all these massive rallies in California, Nevada, Utah, because I was on that side of the country then. Huge. Look at the one in Arizona. The Arizona was, I think they said it was like 30 miles long or something. Can you remember that, Armando?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like it was huge.
Yeah.
Still turned blue.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of voting funny things going on that we found.
Well,
Yeah,
they're doing it again.
There's still,
And that's only that's kind of my point.
Right
Is that's the only way they're going to win is if they're cheating.
Well, they're not doing it for the mail ballots this time. They're doing it through illegals.
Yeah.
And they've already they're full on telling everybody right now on the DNC when you watch them, go and vote. Don't mail your ballots in. Go vote. That's how they're going to hide it, because they're going to say, "Oh, look, everyone came out and voted. They didn't do the mail." Because I know Democrats are lazy. They're not going to go out and vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, with our new ID law, the voter ID law, that should eliminate some of that.
Yeah. Do you have any more information on that? Because that was one topic I wanted to bring up, was that new Arizona law.
Let's see. Where did I read that?
Basically, it's Arizona law requiring proof of citizenship to vote was supported by 24 state attorney generals in an emergency stay with the Supreme Court of the United States.
Yeah, I was just reading that in the Republicans of Pinal County in Arizona. Where was it? It was a whole thing.
Was that the one where they said they got to prove you're a citizen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's the only way to do it.
Yeah. The idea of it is you have to have your ID to actually get it. It's actually in the Arizona Republican Party. So lawfully filed alongside the GOP, the Yavapai County Republican Committee challenges this rush process and rules specific in the EPM that conflict with Arizona law. We're fighting to ensure every vote is counted fairly and the 2024 election is transparent and secure. So it's all about clarity in voting, getting ID requirement, and kind of overall cleaning up some of the crap that happens in the state. Now, one thing that we have to look at it, especially in Arizona, Texas, Nashville have this problem, and a few other states that have the high exodus from California population growth, is that we're typically, Maricopa and Pinal counties have been just 90% Republican, just being outer limits in the middle of nowhere. With the number of Californians that are here, that all changes. That's been changing for years. And then you go northern part of the state, Flagstaff, into the reservation area, then you're like, flip that. And then Tucson in that area down there, you flip that also. So you have the two northern and southern areas that are very Democrat and liberal, and then you have the rest of the state, which is kind of mixed. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of getting there. Then you get down to Yuma, and who knows fucking what kind of bag of shit you're going to get in Yuma area. And then same as you go across courtside, it's a little different, but there's not a lot of stuff out there. Then you get into Parker and that side of the state, you can tend to get a little more Republican out in that area. But we're still, I think, Maricopa switching to a purple or even going to more of a blue just kills this entire state. And it's every California that comes here. They leave it because the shit there, and then they come back and they vote for the same shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, makes no sense.
Like, you're doing it. So Queen Creek is the city next to us. Probably one of the largest growth areas, but the problem is that it's grown because of California exodus. So what could be a perfectly great place to live is no fuck because of Californians.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they did the same thing when they came to St. George. You could feel the slide come COVID. We're just in that small town. The amount of Californians that moved there, you walk in the supermarket and you can pick them.
Oh yeah,
because their attitude is just crazy.
Shit. It's shit.
Yep.
And it was inviting. In 2007, when we first came out here, people were holding doors, and people would like hold the door for you and
say hi
and say hello and hey, how's the day going or whatever. And we've lost a lot of that out here. There's still some of the old timers that are here that you'll get it occasionally, but it's the head down. I'm only here for me. Crowd that's here now, and it's shitty.
Yeah, well, I watched a bit of the DNC last night and had to turn it off because I was just getting fucking pissed off. Because it's just like the same shit. They don't even talk about policy. They just talk about hating Trump. Like, it's just hate. It's not like I'll vote Democrat, or I'll vote Republican, or I'll vote whoever's in the middle. If you've got good policies, I'm going to vote for you. Don't care which side of the fence you're on. But that group of people is just hate.
Yeah.
So one of the Republican guys I watch on YouTube, Benny's got a YouTube channel. He did interviews with the DNC, like at the front of the DNC, with the public that were there, and asked them why they're supporting Kamala Harris. One person didn't even know who she was. Other people are just like voting because she's black. Other people are voting because she's a woman. And I'm just like, this country's fucked. We are definitely fucked.
They're relying on identity politics.
But who gives a shit if she's black or she's female? I couldn't care less.
Well, it's funny is that there was an article came out today about someone on the school board here locally that I guess someone in the school district brought him up because he's on the board of supervisors. He's been posting shit about Kamala, just memes, just reposting memes. He's not making these up. He's just reposting them because they're funny. And they're coming after him as try to get him impeached off of the board because of memes. And this is the people that want to have equality. Same people that are slandering and throwing whatever they want against any Republican they want, talking shit about J.D. Vance, talking about Trump, talking about every Republican in the world, but equality, don't touch my female. I'm like, fuck your female. Your female wants to be on the same page. There's no equality if equality doesn't go for everything. You can get shit talked about you. The whole people posting up about, oh, you're gonna feel how's your daughter gonna feel you talking shit about this strong female? I'm like, no, my daughter understands that she's gonna get shit regardless, and equality is equality. You throw shit, expect to catch shit. It's the back and forth. And for the whole thing, like, oh, you can't be mean to her because she's a woman. No, fuck it. Equality. You want equality? This is fucking equality. Oh, you only want equality when it comes to certain things that you want. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I had the same kind of I don't want to say debate. It was just a discussion with someone that was in the Army, and he's a Democrat. And I asked him, I'm like, you know, you're sitting here saying that you fought for our freedoms, but you're making it sound like you only fought for the freedoms that you want. That's not how it goes. So you either fought for this whole country, or you were just in it just for the GI Bill and just for the things that you want, which is kind of lame. I said, if you don't see how that makes you look, then you're really blind to the whole thing of, you know, the identity politics, the DEI. You're really blind to all of that. It just doesn't make any sense that you would sit there and say that you fought for the freedoms of everyone in this country, yet you're not supporting the freedoms of everyone in this country.
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you're just don't touch my my princess. I'm like, fuck that. No, you don't. There's no such thing as a princess. We left a princess and a queen, and we're all family years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone else here gets what they put in, and well, that's what it used to be. Now it's just, you have it. So let's just give it to them because they didn't earn it. They didn't do anything to tax it. They didn't have family that either earned it. Like this new capital gains shit that they're going after now. Like, and it's all, and a lot of it is to stuff that's being willed to people. Is you're kind of stuck with like, okay, so now in California, a very basic piece of shit house is $750,000.
Yeah, in Compton.
In a shitty neighborhood. We looked at some when we were at Pomona a year before last, and it was just like, that house is how much in fucking Pomona? And there's like streetwalkers right here. There's a liquor store in every corner. There's nothing nice here in this area, and that house is $900,000. So imagine your parents own a house, and they've kept it up. They've done some renovations, and now this is worth $1.25 million. You're going to get that house, and you're going to pay 25% capital gains on that?
Yep. It's ridiculous.
So it's ridiculous. I mean, yes, there are ways for you to get around this. The trust and family trust is always your best bet for willing off property, so you don't have to deal with any of that. It eliminates probate and a bunch of other stuff. I think we went through probate for the condo in Vegas, and that was like $8,000 for just lawyer fees. At the time, there wasn't any capital gains with it because it was below the threshold. But had that been a house or a bigger house that was worth more, it would have been a huge financial burden.
It still shouldn't matter,
even
regardless.
Keep it or whatever.
Yeah,
right? It shouldn't matter.
Shouldn't have to go through probate. If my parents own that house and they sign that to me, you get nothing out of it.
Right. So someone already worked their ass, paid the taxes.
Yep. That's a gift.
Did everything to paid for that house, and then whatever. Now you're going to tax it again on top of whatever's been paid for it. It had zero balance, had no loan. It was paid off, and yeah, it's ridiculous how they're pushing this, and people are just like, oh yeah, that's great. I'm like, how would you think that's great unless you just the idea is you don't want to do anything. You just want to make sure that there's handouts for everybody. Mm-hmm.
So there's something that was actually came out and said this is an actual strategy, political strategy. This is the Biden-Harris strategy up until this point, and it's called the Cloward-Piven strategy. It is this political strategy outlined in 1966 by American sociologist and political activist Richard Cloward and Francis Fox Piven. It is a strategy of forcing political change to societal collapse through orchestrated crises.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to force a crisis. Everything that there's a gun crisis.
COVID.
That's one of them. COVID is a crisis. That's another one of them.
The economy.
Threat to democracy. That's a crisis. These are all the things that they're throwing in everyone's faces.
Yep.
As part of a strategy. Now, the rest of this says the Cloward Cloward pivot strategy seeks to hostile the fall of capitalism by overloading the government bureaucracy with the flood of impossible demands, amassing massive unpayable national debt. How much has our national debt gone up?
Yeah. I read this probably 6 months ago. I heard about
It goes on to say, and other methods of unfettered immigration, thus pushing society into crisis and economical collapse.
Correct. It's exactly what they're doing. Everything that you read on there, you can put something to it. Like just so exactly like, what is it that you guys do? College debt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to college, but I'm going to borrow $220,000 from the government so I can go to college. So when I've got a better job when I come out of it, I'm supposed to pay that back.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the government pays for it now.
Well, now one of Kamala's
adds to the debt. That's the other way of them of increasing the debt in this country. It was quick and easy because what student is not going to turn around and go, oh, I'm going to vote Democrat because I want my loans paid off.
Right.
So that way the debt increases quicker because they passed the bill to do that.
In another one of the Kamala's platforms, she's offering 25% towards housing, towards a new house.
Well, it's
paid for by the government.
I think it's up to $25,000. We have it in Australia. It's called the First Home Buyers Grant. It was $7,000 when I bought my first house, and literally 2 weeks after we bought our first house, it went to $14,000. Right now, I think it's in the 20,000s for first home.
There's something kind of like that here also. But it's a USDA loan.
Yeah.
But there's criteria for it. Mm-hmm. You have to meet criteria.
Yeah, but the USDA loan it's not giving you it doesn't give you money. It just gives you it just gives you a 0% up to 3% down payment option.
Right.
There's not a handout that you're getting on a USDA loan.
Right.
Also,
and I didn't mean for it to insinuate that it's just like that. So sorry.
Yeah, but there's also limitations. You have to be in a rural area. You have to be in a non-city, non-high density, and there's a lot of rules that go into the USDA side of things.
So we didn't qualify for that because we made too much money. Mm-hmm. That's another thing about it. You have to be within a certain threshold of income.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So going back to college and paying for college, tomorrow's move-in day. And we don't qualify for any grants, any subsidized loans, other than a very minimal. It's a $5,500 a year that she gets for subsidized loans, which means that you don't have to pay the interest, and it doesn't start going against you to pay it. So that's kind of your cheap loan is your unsubsidized loan. A subsidized loan is basically what you have to get, and then on top of that goes in her name, and then we took a parent loan to cover the rest of it. So the key is with this, even like you start today, it doesn't say okay, but when you graduate, that's when you start paying interest. The interest accrues, so you're accruing interest of 4 years. So by the time you come off, even if your loan is $30,000, you already owe like $5-6 more than that the day you just come out. And this would make a lot more sense to the government to step in and go, okay, we're not going to actually alleviate your debt. We're going to stop how these loans work. There's ridiculous as it seems. It was a $600 processing fee for this loan. It's a $15,000 loan for the first year that we took. A $15,000 loan with it's like 8% interest rate.
Holy crap!
The clock starts now, and you're fucked. You're fucked. You can't bankruptcy it. You can't erase it any other way. It doesn't go away until you die. So What would be
pretty much
better?
paying
Like just say, okay, all right, we're going to give you this loan, but it's a 0% interest rate or a 0.9% interest rate, whatever that might be, and then start paying it off, and you can start paying it off and get it over with in a few years. But compound interest and compounding interest, that all these terms that most people don't understand, changes ridiculously amount that you're owed by the time that you start paying this off. And you can pay the minimum. You pay the minimum every month, and it doesn't actually cover the compounded interest.
Yeah, they don't want you to pay it off.
So it's not, no. So
It's like
all
the best loan
this
ever.
idea of paying it off is ridiculous. Like, make it affordable. Just make it affordable. You don't have to lose any money. You don't have to give away any money. You just have to change the structure of these loans and make them so that they're affordable.
Yeah. I think they should go one step further, and if it's a trade that you're going to school for, maybe your interest rate is 0 or just much, much lower. Because the stats have shown that if you're going to school for a trade, you're more likely to pay off that loan and be more successful in life than someone that is going to school for, let's say,
Liberal arts?
liberal
degree?
arts. Yeah. We all know liberal arts is a bullshit degree. You can go to class one day a week and still pass. And next thing you know, you're getting a job shining shoes. And you're pissed off because you can't pay you back your loans. You don't have enough money for rent. You don't have enough money for a car, so you have to take a bus or public transit to work. But whose fault is that? Someone tricked these people, or they tricked themselves into thinking liberal arts. I like art. I'm a liberal. Let's put these two together and maybe this will work out for me.
There's so much in this. Like, I mean, you can have a Black history major. You can have a Indian Native American history major. You can have
Or a breakdancing major, like in
a breakdancing
Australia.
They got a PhD in
I mean,
breakdancing.
there's all these majors. Like, what the musical theory? Like, okay, I get that if you're going to be a musician or a producer, but you don't really need any of that. Like, all these, like, who's going to do what? What are you going to do? Unless you're going to be the sound guy at the Philharmonic Orchestra, and you're making the money, what do you think you're going to do with it? You sound check at the freaking booby room?
Yeah.
You're going to become a DJ.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but in Tennessee, if you're a resident, your first 2 years of college are free. It's pertained to, again, a trade, the medical field, something with like HVAC or welding, something that is actually useful, an actual trade, not something that's like you said, Armando, music engineering or something like that. It's not going to go towards that.
Yeah.
And it's paid for by the lottery system here. The Powerball, the Mega Millions, the Tennessee Lottery. That's what's funding these 2 years of college for people.
And how many years have we heard that the lotteries for the schools in California? And like, okay, well, how are the schools struggling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get lottery here in Alabama, but they keep squashing it. It gets to the House approves it, the Senate's like, nope, because they think everyone's going to go broke. They not understand that pretty much everyone on the outskirts of Alabama goes to Tennessee, Georgia to get lottery tickets.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
well, it's like the idea of a dry county in the middle of wet counties. Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, you just go to the county line, you just go get what you want, and you come back in.
Yeah.
What are you stopping?
correct.
Do you believe you're actually stopping drinking in a dry county? No, you're not. You're just
making your county poorer.
You're just making the county poorer by not having taxes and revenue
Right.
and everything else that goes with that. So it's stupid laws, and it's
Colorado has a fireworks ban, but people that live in Denver and north of Denver take the 30-minute, 45-minute drive to Wyoming because right across the border,
Is
like
a
literally
fireworks
100 yards across the border, there's 2 humongous fireworks stands.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, it's crazy. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just. We've got, 90 more days to worry about what's going to happen.
Yeah. I was wondering about what happened to you. I saw some pictures on Facebook with you in the backseat of a car, Chris.
No. False. Hey, so going back to clickbait. So since I do a little political stuff on my Facebook, I get a little shadow banned here and there. So the other day something happened and I'm like, man, this is perfect clickbait to get my algorithm back on Facebook. And it was just a photo of me in the back of a sheriff's car. It worked. I got so many comments, and a lot of people don't know the law in this country to why I would have a mobile phone in the back of a police car.
in the back seat.
Yeah.
And my hands free.
And your hands up and free. Yeah.
In the back if I was arrested. But thank you to everybody to make sure that I was okay. We had a little incident with a Jeep at work that I took for a test drive. And the rear locked up on me, and I skipped down the road a little bit and caused a traffic jam. Even though it was stayed in the lane, I was able to do that. But it was peak hour in the morning. Everyone's trying to go to work on one of the major roads here in town, which should be 2 lanes either way, but it's only single. And I happened to be right on top of a bridge.
Oh, shit.
So it was not like I could pull off on the shoulder or anything like that. I was literally on the bridge. So I had to get the sheriff out. Then the state trooper turned up, and the state trooper didn't do shit. He just talked. He was the first one on the scene. I'm doing all the traffic, guiding all the traffic through, and I can tell you, there is some dumbass people in this country when it comes to, like, what does this mean?
Everything.
What does that
When
mean?
it comes to everything.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you can come, and they're like, you talking to me? And I'm like, no. The 2 cars behind you, I want them to come, not you. And they're like, what? I'm like, because the 2 cars behind them, I want him to come out because they can see me waving. They're just sitting there. And when the sheriff turned up and he started guiding the traffic through, I said to him, would this have to be the most frustrating part of your job, doing the traffic side of things? He's like, yeah, dude, you get so many dumbass people that don't understand hand gestures.
Yeah.
Like they'll pull up and they'll be complaining and they'll be like, oh my God, I'm stuck in this damn traffic. And then when you go to wave them, they're just looking at you going, what? What are you saying? And I'm like, you can have that part of the job. I don't want it. And he's like, yeah. So I just thought, well, we'll see how this clickbait works because, everybody else uses boobs or a bit of ass or whatever else. And I was just like, I'll just make myself. And I felt weird. One, that's the first time I've ever been in a cop car in Australia or America. And I'm getting into it willfully. And then I was like, I'm going to get my phone out and take a photo. And I felt like, should I ask permission to do this? Only to the point was like, am I going to get this sheriff into trouble if I take a photo in the back and the sheriff actually sees it and says, why wasn't that guy restrained in the back of the car? And you'd have to go and explain it to him. Oh no, I was just giving that guy a lift. It's just like, I felt so like wrong by doing it. So even when you look at the photo of me flipping the camera around and taking a photo of like outside, I was like, kick.
Did you ask him what kind of gun he had?
No, I did not. I did not ask any of those questions, Gabe.
Did they ask you if you knew ray gun?
No, they did not.
Did they ask you for your green card?
No. Mind you.
Did you ask if you could break dance?
No, he did not. I don't think they saw that part on the internet.
Lucky for you.
The funny thing is, I learnt this. So, I think it's my green card. I think it's my green card. I'm supposed to carry that around with me 24/7. If I can't produce it when I'm asked for it, so a state trooper can ask for it, any police officer can ask for it, even a fireman can ask for it. And if I don't produce it, they can deport me.
Really?
Yep. No, I was never told to keep it on my person at all times.
So I gotta
when I steal it,
text Justine and tell her to hide it from you, and then we
Yeah.
call the cops.
So one thing I've always wondered is back in the day, people used to say that Mexicans used to marry white women just so that they can become legal citizens. Was that a fallacy? How does that work with citizenship? You married an American woman. But you still have to go through the process, right?
correct.
Is that for just Australians, or is it different for Mexicans that marry white people?
Everybody. Because it could be fake. I could have paid her a lot of money to marry her to get a green card.
So you still have to go through it. So it's a fallacy. It's not real that it just because you marry an American, you're automatically an American.
Yep. Same as if you marry an Australian and you go to Australia, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much money did you pay her?
Well, she stole money. I didn't give her money. That's called stealing, not giving.
Yeah, you outkicked your coverage on that one.
Oh, yeah. Can I get the government to pay me back on that money? Hey, you know what? I should sue the government right now. I should sue them. So if they're paying illegals to be in this country, I paid money to be here.
Yeah.
And they're getting more shit than what I get. I should actually sue the government. I reckon I could do a class action.
You know what?
But you're not illegal. You didn't.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You didn't file for some sort of asylum or anything like that.
Doesn't matter.
Neither do these people.
Or they're filing for a financial asylum. That's what they're telling me to do. It's financial asylum, which is not even part of what anything is allowed to be. It's not financial asylum. It is political asylum. It's if you're going to be injured or hurt or countries at war, then that's what the asylum is for. It's not because I can't make enough money there. Well, that's a government problem, not an us problem.
Government. Yes. But yeah, so I thought that was funny because I found when I came back from Australia, the last time I went with Justine, I got held in customs. So, because of COVID, I haven't had an interview yet, and they just keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. I got an extension. It's just a piece of paper. It just says my green card has been extended. So I just took that with me. This is how I found out that I need to have my green card with me at all times. Go through customs, and they flag me. We get separated. I go into this room, and Justine's waiting outside of the customs area. I'm in there for an hour, and the guy in the counter's like very stern, like I've done something really, really wrong. And he's like, "You just go down, sit down over there, and we'll deal with you in a minute." To be honest, I was the only white guy in there. I'm looking at Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, and I'm just like, "What did you do?"
Wait,
to be
Puerto
here?"
Ricans are Americans.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Puerto Rican. They look the same color. Okay.
It's all the same shit.
Maybe they were from Colombia. I don't know. So I'm in there and I'm like,
they're a roofer with Matt's company anyway, probably.
So I'm the only white guy in there. I'm thinking, what the hell have they done to be in here? I know what I've done. So I get to the thing and he's like, so where's your green card? I'm like, at home in my wallet. And they're like, well, why is it there? I said, so I don't lose it. And they're like, oh, no, you're supposed to have this on you at all times. Because how do I know that you have a green card? I said, well, you have my slip that says my green card's been extended. And he goes, oh, but anyone can make that. I'm like, no, it's on government paper and it's stamped and sealed and all the rest of it. And he was like, I really should deport you. And I'm like, please don't do that. I've been here 5 years. I've done my time. I'm a good person. I haven't committed any crimes. My rap sheet is 0. And he's like, all right, for this once, we'll allow it. And literally, it's in my wallet from that point onwards, and I never ever go without my wallet.
What's the next process for you to become naturalized?
So right now, still haven't got an interview. Apparently, it's okay for them to naturalize illegals and give them an interview and all the rest of it. I can't get one. So my next port of call is straight to citizenship. So I fill out that paperwork. What month are we in now? August? I think November. I submit that paperwork.
You still have to take the test?
Oh yeah. Yep.
If you need pointers, let me know.
You guys, so this is the thing we used to do, like when we used to do, we'd be after the vendor show, we'd be eating dinner or whatever else, this would always come up. They'd always ask me, do you have to take the test? And I'd say to everybody, I said, you know what? I probably know more about America than what you do. And most of it's all about the Constitution and all that kind of stuff.
So just so you know, I keep this little book on my desk at all times.
Uh-huh.
It's a little pamphlet I got with the purchase of a gun once. And I found out this company, they put a little booklet of the Constitution into every gun purchase. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, I keep buying from this company because obviously they truly support the Constitution.
Yep.
So there's a good chance that I would pass that test because if I'm in a conference call, I will just sit here and just read this thing.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. Like they ask you some silly questions and what's the capital of Georgia or what's the capital of America? Just stuff like that. And what's the three
branches of government?
Three branches of government. So to be honest, I need to go over it all again because I've forgotten a lot of it because I haven't worried about it. But some of the questions are on there and you're just like, I know that. Not because I live here, it's because in Australia we learn more about America than pretty much any other country. But we learn about its history and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So even to the point was, so last weekend, I go out with the guys and we do car stuff. One of the young guys, he's 17, I think, or 16, drives a Mustang, had the American flag flying out the back of his Mustang. What happens when his Mustang stops? The flag touches the ground. He doesn't seem that's a problem. And I pointed out to him, I said, dude, that is a no-no. That American flag cannot touch the ground.
Right.
And he's like, why? I said, do you not listen to your national anthem? I said, that flag has never touched the ground because it means defeat. It means you've been conquered. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, sing the national anthem because the flag, they made sure that flag stayed up on that flagpole the whole entire time that they were fighting. Because they knew if that flag touched the ground, it means everyone's dead and their countries can now be taken. It's not America anymore. Well, I think it was America back then, and he's like, really? I said, yeah, that's why you see every time they take a flag down, there's always an extra person there to make sure it doesn't touch the ground. When the flag goes up, they make sure there's plenty of people there so the flag will never ever touch the ground. And he's like, wow, I didn't know that. And I said, yeah, because they probably didn't teach you that at school. I said, I'm Australian and I know that shit.
That's something you do learn in school, but it's not something that people care about or have any retention of.
They don't teach it no more.
I think Alabama is one of the worst states in the union for testing anyway, so we'll let that pass, I guess, this one time.
Probably. It probably is.
Did you guys hear about the NFL having a lawsuit and they lost $14 billion in a lawsuit?
No.
So this lawsuit goes back almost 10 years ago. It was a class action. And in a nutshell, people sued the NFL because of the way that the Sunday Ticket was being sold and distributed throughout the whole thing. So the court found in favor of the plaintiffs. and the NFL had to pay $14 billion in this lawsuit.
To who?
To everyone that's in the class action.
DirecTV subscribers.
Yeah.
So they get like $2 back.
No, I think it's more than that.
It's like the whole Facebook thing. Oh yeah, I'm in a class action.
No, no. This was.
Thanks for that.
I'm not sure how much each individual gets, but it's substantial. I think. I mean, $14 billion. So, I just found out that. I knew the new season was coming up, but I just found out that they are now selling the subscription to the NFL Sunday Ticket on Apple, the Apple app, Apple TV, whatever it's called. It costs $679.99 for the whole season. If you want it with the Red Zone channel, it's $739.99. The subscription to this 10 years ago used to be $199.
And even that to me is like too much.
Yeah, it was.
Because it's like,
it still is.
Do you want fans of the game? Because to me that would be like, I can live without that.
Well, thanks to my good friend Sean Palestrani, he turned me on to how to jailbreak a Amazon Fire Stick.
Of course he did.
Yes.
So now I won't have to pay for it. I'm just gonna stream it illegally, quote unquote illegally.
You better have a VPN.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Yep. So thank you, Sean, for showing me how to do this. I already had the Fire Stick. I've had it for quite some time, so it was just a matter of paying for the VPN, and that was really it.
I have no idea. So before I came to America, all I heard was Fire Stick this, Fire Stick that. And I'm like John Schaefer had one. When I used to go to his house, he'd be like, yeah, I've got a Fire Stick. We can watch whatever we want. I'm like, what's that? I bought one. Still don't know what the hell it is.
Did you buy the Fire Stick or the Fire Stick?
The Fire Stick. And all I've got on there is Kodi.
So Kodi is the channel that you... Kodi is the program that you use to find the channels that you want to watch.
Yeah. I can't use it.
It's a bunch of finding what happens after
I can't.
After you have it all installed. I've had the jailbroken and rooted the rooted Fire Stick occasionally, but live TV is questionable. Then there's like then you guys start adding these different apps plugins on top of it, plugins, whatever, to try to get these next channels and try to get this and try to get that. And I spent more time looking for something that was actually working that I can get into than was even worth. So I just fucking threw the shit away. I was just fucking done.
So I said that. So when we moved to Alabama, did I have it? Yeah, I think I bought it when I was moved to Alabama. I said to Justine, we're not paying for Netflix. We're not paying for this. We're not paying for that. I'll just get a Fire Stick and we'll jailbreak it and everything's free. So I bought it, and we downloaded everything. I looked on YouTube and did this and do that, and all step by step. This thing fucking locks up all the time, and Justine's every time. See, what'd you get that for? Waste of money. Doesn't work. And I'm like embarrassed because I'm like, no, it's the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, look, let's watch a movie that's at the movies right now, and it's like, why is there a screen of a screen?
Yeah. Why does it look like someone's holding a cell phone?
Yeah, it's like back in the days when you'd get that CD,
the pirated DVDs.
And I'm like, what? The sound doesn't sound good. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
So my freshman year of high school, I had a friend that sold me a copy from the studio copy of Friday the movie. And so back then we used to ditch school all the time. So I thought of this great idea to let people know that I had this movie, and it had not come out in theaters yet. So I was like, hey, if anyone wants to watch this before it comes in theaters, let me know. $5. Could bring 2 friends, come to my house, bring beer, bring weed, whatever you want. $5.
We did that at
So
home.
for about 2 weeks, I made some pretty good cash bootlegging this movie to everyone at my high school.
Well, we used to do the same thing at home. So the best thing about catching an international flight is that you would see the movies before they hit the silver screen. And we knew someone that was at the airlines that would give us the airline version of the movies. That lasted probably a year. All my friends just come over straight away. Oh, what's next? What are we watching next? Like, we're having sleepovers at Chris's. Yeah, we were having a movie night that... My friends saw movies that didn't come out for 6 months. Because that's what it used to be like back when we were kids. You would not see that movie 6 months until it hit the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
I made a little bit of cash on the side. I think I charged $2.
Yeah, I told everyone if you can get past the little time code on the bottom,
yes,
that's fine.
Mm-hmm. And maybe your head every now and then.
No, it wasn't even that. It was the actual studio version. It just had the time code on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So it was like an edited version of the director cut.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah,
bonus.
That's pretty cool. One more thing I want to show you guys, and this is more street justice.
Ooh, yeah, let's see that.
So let me set this up for you. There was a New Jersey bus driver that got spat on by a male passenger.
Did you assume he was male?
I'm sorry?
Did you assume he's male?
No, you can tell. This is a manly man. And so the guy gets spit on, and he takes action into his own hands. Check this out.
Driver. Oh my God.
You know what he's doing? He's showing him what his dad would have done if he had one.
I don't know what was wrong with that guy. First of all, spitting on someone is just so fucking vile.
Yeah, I would have beat the crap out of him.
They arrested the bus driver.
Well, yeah, that's
because he went to town, dude.
He went to. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but in the soft world we live in, that's not acceptable.
So being spit on is an assault. It is assault being spit on.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
it's assault with bodily fluid.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah. He could have caught COVID.
He could have AIDS,
COVID, monkeypox.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah.
Gay.
But he laid a fucking whooping on that boy. That was a whooping.
I have a
feeling
that
hang on, Armando, why you laugh at that for?
Well, I just have a feeling that he doesn't. That might not have been the first time that guy spit on him or did something to him,
or the first time he's been spat on.
No, I'm thinking that particular guy probably has some shit to say every day. Mm-hmm. He probably rides a bus every day, or he gets on a bus every day with a problem, and he just got to the point where the bus driver just hit that level and just fell off.
So you knew he was going to go off because he's telling the other passengers,
"Yeah, back up. I'm going to need some room to kick some ass."
He gave him a 2-piece, and then he goes down, and then he gives him another 2-piece. Those are some that's a big bus driver too.
Yeah,
those are some big combos.
Yeah, and then a little choke out in there in between too. So
I don't think all of them hit.
Yeah, I wish there was a GoFundMe for that bus driver because he deserves it.
He's gonna need it.
He's gonna need it. He's already driving a city bus. He's not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna lose his job, so he's gonna need it.
Yeah.
He's not making a lot of money, so he's going to need it.
A little bit more, some good news. Be on the lookout for possibly some new seasons of Kingdom Crawl.
Who, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, old seasons are going to be possibly coming out on a new platform. a new streaming app that is dedicated to just vehicles, off-road vehicles, street racing, drag racing, motocross, things of that nature.
Cool. So Quick Trip's going to be out.
The Quick Trip will be out there again.
Damn. Look out.
So yeah, this is exciting for me, just to have another avenue for Kingdom Crawl. On top of that, American Crawlers will also be out there, and there might even be more episodes coming out of Grit.
Ooh.
So I'm in talks right now to have Pixel Road Media do some original production, and I'm excited about this.
So what platform is this on?
I can't say yet because nothing is official.
Concrete yet? Okay.
Yeah, but it's very promising. They reached out to me. I didn't reach out to them. So to me, right there, that tells me that there's a lot of interest. And I'm happy.
Where do I have to email for royalties? You should look up that too, Armando, because we never signed off on that. I don't think.
Oh, you need to talk to Doug then.
This was just for YouTube, I believe, that we signed up for. This is going a lot further now, Armando. So I think we should be getting some kind of payment.
You have to talk to Doug about that.
Because everyone's starting to pay for my accent now. So
So my plan is, if this
class
does
action,
go,
man. Class action. Be careful, Gabe. Class action.
Hey, I don't have the NFL money, so you're not going to get a lot.
I will hit Travis.
It's going to be that
up.
2 cents per person thing.
I'll hit Will up. Don't worry about Doug. No one wants to hear him talk. Travis. Who else?
Oh, jeez.
So the plan right now is, if everything goes as planned, I'm going to possibly have a loaner vehicle, a loaner Jeep, and drive to different states, meet different people, off-road with different people, capture the entire time, and it's going to be just like Kingdom Crawl Season 1, 2, and 3. While I'm out there, I'm going to stop at other people of interest and do interviews for Grit at the same time.
Oh, so is this like a paid series?
Yes.
Very good, Gabe. Well done.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's finally starting to pay off.
Yeah. So, I mean, people that aren't familiar with who I am and what I'm talking about, if you're new to the podcast,
You're a nobody. You never even traveled the world.
Yeah, I've never traveled the world. But I had a YouTube channel called Crawl 5280, and we produced a series called Kingdom Crawl, which is a TV formatted off-road show, basically. And it just basically followed a group of friends going from different trails in different states, traveling to different states, different events, and just documenting the entire time that we had, showing the camaraderie that we had with each other. Chris was on one of the episodes.
That's how we met.
That's exactly how we met, yeah. I want to give it all away, but because of him, we had to spend the night on a trail, and it was about 30 degrees that night.
Look, nobody stopped
no blankets.
you. You could have left. Nobody stopped you. Nobody made you stay there, Gabe. Nobody.
Yeah, I believe you guys stayed up there. It was only like a 10-minute walk back to town.
Bullshit.
Oh, no.
Bullshit.
It wasn't even a 10-minute ride back to the trailhead.
You know what, Gabe? I think they're onto us. We made the whole thing up.
I know.
It was
like the cop car.
It was all for clicks.
Yep.
It was clickbait.
Screen.
More fucking clickbait.
Yeah, we started that shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, if anyone wants to check it out, it's on YouTube. Kingdom Crawl. Crawl is spelt with a K. There's 3 seasons out right now. It is also on, I think it's season 3 that is on Tubi right now also.
It's on Amazon still?
Amazon. It's still on Amazon. And the movie that I made is called American Crawlers, also with the K. Chris is in that one. Armando is in that one. And that was a documentary on an event in Colorado about, 3 years ago now?
Yeah, probably would be 3 years ago.
Almost 3 years ago. Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
That was my first documentary that I've ever made, and I feel it went pretty well. It's been picked up. It's on Amazon Prime. It's also on Tubi, and it's really big in Australia, to be honest with you. All jokes aside, Australia, there's a lot of streams from Australia on that movie.
It's because of me.
It is.
They want to hear me talk.
Oi! I know him!
Now,
Wait a minute. There's an Australian on an American TV show. What the hell?
Oh my god, that's Chris!
That's that Aussie dude. What's he
it's
on
drop
for?
beer.
No, why?
But it is a good series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that's pretty much how we all met, really.
Yep.
Through your camera.
Yep. So that was something that I did a while back and stopped just to get my life in order. Around that time, at the end of season 3, at the time we wrapped up the documentary, I was trying to buy a house. So I was doing other side work, saving money,
You were trying
to get money for a deposit and all that.
An adult.
So,
That's what you were trying to be.
yeah, I was trying to be an adult.
Adulting.
Yeah. So now that's all out of the way, I can continue my
play again.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
because,
we'll see how that goes. Cross your fingers.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Hopefully we'll all get out there again and
It's exciting.
make some more
Well,
laughs.
we know Amanda won't be out there because that Scout's never ever going to be finished.
That scout's never going to get done.
No. It's going to be a documentary on a scout getting built.
It's going to be a long.
It's a long documentary.
Yeah, just nothing but empty beer cans and
Yeah.
whiskey bottles.
A lot of and pointing and yeah, and this part, that
Well,
part.
the parts are all there. It just someone's got to put it together.
I know, Amanda. It's just too hot. I know what it's like. It's just too
His
hot.
motivation is also in a box in the corner in the garage.
Yeah, apparently, it's taped up really well.
Yeah.
It's that noisy box in the corner. It just keeps making noise, but doesn't want to come
It's
in.
got shipping peanuts all in it.
That's why I don't want to open it, because it's got shipping peanuts, and I know there's shipping peanuts in it. I'm afraid
Hey.
of shipping peanuts.
Hey, Amanda, what's that shirt you're wearing?
Rub one.
What's going on with that? What are we getting product soon, or what's happening?
September 1st should be website live date.
Nice. Tell everyone again what Rub One is.
So Rub One is a brand that I'm putting out that's a car wash detail, not so much Q-tip detail, but it's products to keep your Jeep, truck, and side-by-side clean and help you keep it clean even though you're doing dirt and mud and other stuff with it. So there's some protective products that will be in the line. There's some washing pieces that will help make the life easy for washing and restoring and keeping your vehicle new. Doesn't mean you have to keep it clean, but the more you're going to keep it clean and keep the rust off of it and the elements off of it, the longer it's going to last, especially if you're taking in the dirt and other aspects of it. So these guys that say, "Oh, I don't ever wash my Jeep." Well, you probably would. It probably would serve you well if you wash it occasionally. It'd probably last a lot longer. You'd keep some of the contaminants and oxidation and stuff off the paint, which are going to allow for the Jeep to last longer, and you have a little more life out of it. So the idea is it's going to be super simple to use. Not a huge line. It's not like walking into AutoZone or Chemical Guys or any of the other places where there's a wall of products and you're like, okay, there's 38 different wash products. What do I use? They're gonna have one wash product, a couple different foam cannon options for a pressure washer or hose, so you don't have to go buy extra equipment. A few other sponges and rags and stuff like that to help with the washing and cleaning process. But everything is going to be set up so it's really easy to use. You don't have to sit there and keep washing every week. I will go out and wash my truck every week, but most people won't, and most people don't want to. The nice thing about the one product that the finish for the body is I've been running testing and I haven't washed the truck in 3 months, and it's like it's one of those things where I look at it and go, ugh. Luckily I don't drive it a lot, so I don't have to look at it a lot. But I haven't washed it for 3 months. So the last time I washed it, I just hosed it off and dried it. I didn't even put soap back on it, just hosed it and dried it. So after I get back from dropping the calf at school, I'm actually going to do a wash with the foam can in and dry it, and then I'll take pictures. So it'll be a 6-month span between when I put the graphene coating on it to when I didn't really wash it regularly in between, and see what the condition is of it still. And I can tell. I've taken a few sample pieces on the tailgate and rinsed it off and wiped it and went, oh shit, this is good.
So is it just for off-road and trucks, or can we put it on cars too?
You can put it on cars. So I've been testing it on the truck, the Jeep, and also the Stinger. So it.
Because I'm itching to get a hold of this stuff.
Yeah, I know. I get the message all the time. When's it available? When's it available?
Uh-huh.
So, I just know I am behind the scenes. I'm working on this. I didn't put that. I was filling bottles over the weekend, so I have a transfer system that moves out of my buckets and my bulk into my individual bottles. I have labels and stuff all in here, a labeler, kind of everything I need to build this up. I got boxes that I'm still waiting for, but all the equipment and everything is here. I'm just kind of get everything together, finish the pictures, and get the website completed, and that's kind of my target for September 1.
Let's get that stuff on TikTok, man.
So I'm trying to get there. Got a few other things at home, and with getting ready for college that have kind of held it up a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but I'm still pushing to be on track for the first.
Good.
Sweet.
Itching, bro, itching.
I know.
Hey, Chris.
I know.
Yes.
While you're at Jeep Invasion, do me a favor. Play the episode of Darb in front of Darb while you're there.
You know what?
I don't think he's there.
I don't think he's going to be there.
He's not there.
Then do me another favor then. Play the episode of Light Bright in front of Light Bright.
No, I'm not.
While you're there?
No. We can't talk about that, Gabe.
Anyone that's watching and is going to be at Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion this weekend, $100 to the first person that shows me a video of them playing that episode in front of Light Bright.
The reaction video.
You're going to go broke.
Then so be it.
Not everyone. The first one.
Oh, the first one? What if I get 20 people together and we send it all at once? That'd be all people at once.
Whoever hits the box first.
Hey.
Whoever hits the box first.
We'll be like,
come on.
Go.
We know there's milliseconds that are different.
God
so
damn,
timestamps.
internet in here doesn't work.
Exactly.
Wi-Fi sucks in here.
That's the biggest problem in the Cont Center is internet sucks.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey.
Download it.
Yes.
Your dogs are fighting, so I guess that means the show's over.
Get out, fucks. Get the fuck out. Go. Dumbasses.
It's always got to be the white one against the black one. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
I know.
And
the white one's a female. The white one's a female.
Yeah, the white one's on top.
In this one, Nicole's going to kill OJ. That's what happens in this episode. She's crazy. She's a psychopath.
All right. On that note, everyone, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.
See ya.